So the city of Louisville just made it easier than ever to build out the home office or Airbnb of your dreams right in your own backyard. They're called Accessory Dwelling Units, and they're self-contained living spaces located right on the same lot as your primary residence. Could be a renovated garage or a carriage house, or a completely newly built structure that essentially doubles as a smaller home setup somewhere on your property that can then be used to house family members, create the ultimate home office, or generate rental income as an investment property. And the city of Louisville has recently been promoting the installation of more of these versatile additions to add more living space density around neighborhoods in Louisville. They've not only begun to streamline this approval process, but they're also offering free pre-approved architectural plans, courtesy of local architect and designer Dave Mayo of Studio MAYO Architects, made to be completely customizable around your unique neighborhood and property.
Since this was for the general public, just making it as accessible as possible. You know, if your lot is really tight and you can't fit a 2-bedroom, you could go with the 1-bedroom, or if you needed 2 bedrooms, you could go with the 2-bedroom option. If you were more interested in something traditional in a historic neighborhood, you could go that route, or if you're looking for something more modern, you have a lot of different style options to pick different roof styles and window types and materials. That cost it takes to build new construction is fairly high right now, but if you think about the appreciation and the rental income over 5 to 10 year period, it starts to level back out to being something that's profitable.
By embracing ADUs, Louisville's aiming to increase housing accessibility and neighborhood density in hopes to help offset the wildly low housing inventory that we've seen over the last few years, while also supporting multi-generational living and providing homeowners with additional income opportunities that they normally wouldn't have been able to access.
There's a myriad of things you can do with an ADU, just having the asset. So you could put a apartment for rent, obviously for income. You could help other family members. It could be your own personal studio space for like at-home office that's not in the home that you could kind of get out to, or an artist studio, or there's so many ways that you can use an ADU just to have the space that's not in your home. We're all struggling with housing costs, so it helps the people that own the home to cover their costs. It also helps the younger generation or older generation that is trying to get into the market to have something that's more affordable for someone right out of college. You've got an affordable small apartment, so it helps that person. And I think it kind of, it's like helping each other out in the circle of life.
Yeah. These units can seamlessly blend into existing neighborhoods, preserving community character while offering modern living solutions, which also combine as options and features that ultimately make your property more valuable, adding value to the neighborhood, value to your property, and value by giving you more options while you own it. That extra income potential could make homeownership much more attainable in certain neighborhoods where some couldn't have afforded to buy otherwise. This push by Metro could not only add more vibrance to our city's neighborhoods, but it could add more housing options in general at a time where we simply don't have enough to go around.
I think another key argument is that it's better to insert these smaller projects into the neighborhood across the whole city than trying to plop a dozen or so of the mega 300-unit apartment complexes that just dominate the scale of the neighborhood and that nobody really wants to see. So this is an alternative to that, and it's also a more sustainable grassroots kind of effort where all of the homeowners get to benefit from the increased value of these apartment units. It creates jobs in your neighborhood. It creates income in your pocket instead of big developers. It's your neighborhood and you can care for it, and we have a need for more housing, and if we could all pitch in, it's going to help everyone out.